The losing streak reaches 27 consecutive games.
The 2023-24 Detroit Pistons just put themselves in an unfortunate new chapter in the NBA's history books. They became the sole owners of the league's longest season losing streak at 27 games, with a loss to the Brooklyn Nets. The team's 26-game skid was previously tied with the 2010-11 Cleveland Cavaliers and the 2013-14 Philadelphia 76ers for the longest single-season losing stretch. Prior to their game against the Brooklyn Nets, the Pistons had already lost 26 games before that. They did not win a single game in November, and their most recent win was October 28 against the Chicago Bulls, making them 2-1 on the season. Going back to the game against the Brooklyn Nets, Pistons guard Cade Cunningham had 41 points, and he sank 15 of 21 from the field and 3 of 4 from behind the arc. In 29 games played and started the season, the third-year guard is averaging a team-high 22.4 points and 7.1 assists, although it has not been enough, and people are still criticizing his game. A lot of the load is trusted on me, on the court, in the locker room, and every day I try to lead the squad, Cunningham said after the historic loss. I haven't been successful with that, as we're 2-28. It's only right I speak for it and be the face for it. Everyone cares in that locker room. The Pistons matched the league's all-time losing mark, 28 games, Thursday against the Celtics. The 76ers currently own that record, having lost 28 straight between the end of the 2014-15 season and the start of the 2015-16 season. As mentioned earlier, the Pistons, who are now 2-28, last won a game on October 28th, topping the Chicago Bulls 118-102 in the third game of their season. This victory gave Monty Williams, who signed a 6-year deal this offseason that could pay nearly $100 million, his only winning record leading to Detroit, which was improving to 2-1. I was brought in here to change this thing, and it's probably mostly on me than anybody, Monty Williams said in the press conference after they lost to the Brooklyn Nets. Now, many people may be wondering, how did the Pistons even reach this point? How could they even be this bad? It all goes back to the fourth game of this season, a game in which the Pistons, who were 2-2 at this point, lost an 18-point lead and fell to the Portland Trailblazers by 10 points at home. The team had originally thought that it matured and got better, but it went right back to where it was a season ago, and the Pistons never looked the same after that. 4 losses turned into 7, 7 turned into 12, 12 turned into 20, so on and so on. A young team that has no veteran help was looking for an answer, and it has not come, as they have not won a game since October, which now marks 2 months since they've officially won a game. Looking at the big picture of things, many are wondering what is next for the Detroit Pistons. Detroit should go after veteran wings or forwards who can shoot, preferably ones that can shoot and defend. Some names that come to mind are Jeremy Grant, Tobias Harris, Eric Gordon, or even Royce O'Neal, and that would help them have a veteran presence in the locker room and on the court. However, the Detroit Pistons are in need of much more help. Let's take a look back at all the lowlights from the past 2 months, from possibly one of the worst teams in all of sports history, and for sure, one of the worst teams in NBA history.
16th consecutive loss for Detroit.
You can say it, deflating.
But 15 straight losses. This is an atrocity.
Everybody knows what's going on, so obviously you don't want to be that team.
I mean, look, it's human nature. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feels down.
We have a good core. We have a good foundation. So we have to not panic.
Reaches 27 consecutive games. That is the longest streak in a single season